Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we'll continue with our first unit, which is titled Complaints. Our lesson today is the pronunciation, the about you part, and the conversation lesson in your books, page 10 and 11. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 10 and 11, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. We'll start with the homework from the previous lesson, which is the listening lesson. If you were a receptionist at a hotel, imagine that you were a receptionist. Then you're going to receive people are coming to you to complain about things within the hotel. What complaints you could hear? What are the complaints that you could hear? Maybe things about the food, the room service. It could be about the room itself, the cleanliness of the room. It could be about the bathroom, the water within the bathroom. And what would you do? How would you reply? Let's imagine that the problem is within the shower. I will tell them, I will have it fixed. I will send someone to fix it for you. How about if it were about the neighbors, someone besides you, and they are noisy? We could change rooms, or I will have the situation checked with them, because they're not only disturbing one visitor or one guest, they're disturbing the whole hotel. How about if it were for the food? Maybe I will check it with the kitchen or the restaurant, and I will check it with them. Okay. Today's lesson, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to differentiate between stressed and non-stressed syllables. You will be able to pronounce some compound nouns correctly, and you will be able to answer some questions based on a conversation. So let's get started with the first part, which is the pronunciation. Let's come up with words. Here we're having all of these: bus, room, grand, we're having swimming, fall, and mother. All of these are actually nouns. Most of them are nouns. Let's combine each two together to come up with new nouns. What can you come up with? I can come up with ones, and you can come up with others. I can start with bus stop. Also, we're having classroom. Also, I will have here grandmother. I can have as well baseball. Also, we're having credit card. We can come up with swimming pool and waterfall. So each one of these words, like grandmother, swimming pool, it consists of two nouns together. They are compound together. We have joined them all together. So we're having here bus and stop. Both of them are nouns. Here we're having a noun and another noun. Classroom as well, it consists of two nouns. So what are compound nouns? Compound nouns are, it's a noun that is made up of two or more existing words. Could be a noun and adjective, two nouns together. So we will put two words together. Class is a word, room is a word. We will put them all together and we will have a classroom. Bus is a word, stop is a word. We will put them all together and we will have a bus stop, a new word. And the meaning will be from the bus and stop together. Okay, like bathtub, bath and tub. We have also classroom, class and room. Also, we're having baseball, which is a base and a ball. How are they going to be pronounced? Which one is more important? The idea of stressing, highlighting more. Do you stress the first or the second part? The idea of stressing is to highlight the part which is we usually stress. The stress usually falls on the first syllable. Classroom, bus stop. Also we have bathtub. So you will stress the first part and unstress the second to show that this one is much more important than the other. How do you stress words? You will say them louder, you will say them in a higher pitch, and you will give them longer vowel. Bathtub. Let's check these in here. We're having the bathtub. You will stress the bath. You will stress classroom. You will stress the class. And in the baseball, you will stress the base. Let's listen to them together.
Bathtub. Classroom. Baseball.
So you can notice that it is bathtub, classroom. It is not room, shorter. Then we will have baseball. So you will say the ball and the room, and as well as the tub, you will say it like it will be shorter, unstressed. Say it just quickly. Okay, let's check this one, and I want you to find the compound nouns. Ali has a lot to do after school. He has to feed his cat. He fills his backpack with his school supplies. He eats his lunch and he takes a nap. Then he can now go outside. He has many activities under the nice sunshine. He likes to swim. He must use sunblock when he swims. If he wants to play football, he goes to the playground and plays with his friends. At sunset, Ali must go back home. It is his bedtime. Try to find, underline, or highlight the words that are compound nouns. Two words together to form a new word. What are they?
Bathtub.
What are they? We're having here the backpack, outside, sunshine, sunblock, football, playground, and we're having as well as sunshine and bedtime. These are compound nouns, two words together. Two nouns, noun and adjective, or a noun and a verb. Let's listen to them while they are pronounced in here.
Backpack. Outside. Sunshine. Sunblock. Football. Playground. Sunset. Bedtime.
So as you have noticed, we're having, like here, we're having the backpack, back, then pack. Always the first word or the first part of the word will be stressed. So we will stress the back, we will stress out, we will stress sun, also the sun and sunblock, also football, foot. We're having playground, play, sunset, sun, and bedtime. We will stress the bed. So these are the words that will be stressed because we want to highlight them more. Say them louder, higher pitch, longer vowel. Okay. Now, in your books on page 10, we're having some words that you are about to listen while you practice them. Let's listen together.
Windshield. Hair dryer. Meat grinder. Floorboard. Shower cap. Window pane.
So we're having these words which are starting with windshield. The first part, which is the stressed part, is in red. So you will say windshield, hair dryer, meat grinder, floorboard, shower cap, and window pane. Try to pronounce the second part with maybe lower vowel, and it will be unstressed. Okay, so this is the idea of compound nouns, two nouns together. We will stress the first part. Now, we're having here, find more words in the previous pages starting from the discussion lesson that are made of two nouns. Practice reading them loudly by stressing the first part of the first noun. So which word? I want you to flip through the unit starting from the first page from the discussion lesson until today's lesson and find out the compound nouns. words that are formed by connecting two words together. We're having
doorknob, doorknob, floorboards, window pane, cell phone.
we're having these words, which are the doorknob, when you are opening the door with a doorknob, so it is doorknob. Also, floorboards, we will stress the first part, floorboards. Then window pane, it is window pane, the pane is unstressed. And the other one, which is cell phone, it is cell phone. Try to pronounce the first one. Let's louder and longer vowel. Okay, so these are for the compound nouns if we're having two words connected together. So the first part will be much more stressed. Okay, now how about you? Let me ask you questions about you. We're speaking about the idea of complaints. Have you ever bought a damaged or defective product? We have said that we all have been through this. Maybe they are a pair of shoes that are with different sizes. Maybe it is a pair of shoes with the wrong size. It could be usually when you buy things online, we're having a problem with the material, wrong size, the wrong color. It could be an item that you didn't ask for or you didn't order. And what did you do? What did you do about it? Maybe I can communicate with whom? With a customer service. After sale, you will communicate with customer service. How? Usually we call them. You can call them by phone. You can write them an email, or you can go yourself to the store to talk to them. They could give you your money back, or they will give you an item, the correct item or the correct size. How about here? Have you ever returned something to a store? We usually do, and I believe that you all have done it. I got something, then maybe I have changed my mind, then I will return it. I don't need it anymore. Maybe it is not the thing that I was expecting, so I will return it. What was the reaction of the first person you talked to? Were they friendly when you returned the item? Were they friendly to you? Did they accept that? They said it's okay. Or maybe they will say, no, you can't return it. You have just to do an exchange. We will give you another thing. We can't refund it. What did you do? Did you ask for all your rights or you didn't? How about, are there any organizations that help consumers when they have problems? Yes, we're having. The Ministry of Commerce is always there for you. And if you have any problem after sale, when you buy anything, just communicate it with the Ministry of Commerce. Whether with their application, you can call them, and you can call them, or you communicate it with them with the application or online. What do you know about them? They are always there for you whenever you have a problem after sale, or someone refused to exchange or to refund you. Just communicate it with them. Whether it is online or a real store, they're going to give you all your rights, because the consumers are always saved in here. How about, what are the most common consumers complaints that you know of? How about you? What are the things that you, as a consumer or as a customer, you usually complain about or you complain of? Maybe if they refuse to give you your money back, they insisted on the idea of exchange. It could be when you are shopping online, wrong size, wrong color, the material is not as expected. It could be when you come back home with your items, you will find that you forgot something in the store. These are some of the common. It could be usually the size. You tried it on, then you will find out that it's not the correct size. Any complaint you can list it underneath these, and you can answer any one of these questions based on your own experience. How about in your books the conversation lesson, which is on page 11? Back to the same topic, which is, what if you got an item that you didn't like? It's not a mistake in the size, The mistake is with I have changed my mind. Do you have the right to change it, to have your money back, or to change the style? I believe yes, everyone can change their minds. And if you come back home with the item that you got, then you change your mind. You can go back to the store and you will have your money back, or you will have a different style or a different one. You might change your mind with the color or maybe the size. You don't want this and you want another one. Okay. We're having the idea of refund and exchange. What is the difference between refunding and exchanging? When you buy something, you will give your money to the store. You will give them your money and you will take the item in exchange for, let's say, the money. I give them 100 and they will take the shirt. Then I change my mind and I will say I want a refund. The idea of refund is that I want to give you the shirt and you give me the money back. I will give you the shirt and I want my money back. This is refund. Give me, it is the idea of taking the money back. I don't want the shirt anymore. I want my money. How about the idea of exchange? I will take this t-shirt or this shirt, then I will say I changed my mind. I don't want this one. I want the t-shirt, not the shirt. So the exchange is to change the item. We don't have the money in here. I want to change the size. It could be the color, the style. So in refund, you will cancel the idea of selling. I don't want to buy it anymore. However, with exchange, we will change something with another. Could be the size, color, or the item itself. This is exchange and refund. Now let's go to the in the conversation on page 11. In here, who are the speakers in this conversation? Check the first two lines and you will be able to tell. Who are the speakers? We're having here a customer, who's a lady in here, and we're having a salesperson. Who's the salesperson? Someone who works within the store. It could be the cashier, and it could be someone who is helping you find the size, helping you to find the right color, or find the item for yourself. What do the pictures show? It's a picture of a store, and we're having two ladies. One is the salesperson and the other one is a customer who is having an issue after sale. Look like she's having an issue in here. What seems to be the problem? I wanted to listen to the whole conversation between these two, the salesperson and the lady, and you will tell what seems to be the problem. Is it the size? Is it the color? Or is it a defected item? Let's listen to the conversation and you will tell.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Yes, please, if you could. I'd like to return a pair of jeans that my son bought. They're wide cut with faded colors.
It sounds like one of Milo's creations. He designs loose-fitting clothing, and faded clothes are in style this season. Your son didn't like them?
No, it's not that. It's the fabric. It's really flimsy and…
Well, lightweight fabrics are the latest trend.
You don't seem to understand.
Of course, ma'am, I'll try to help. Can you give me the jeans?
You see, they're torn at the knees and in several other places, and the material is falling apart. I noticed it when I was putting them in the washer.
So, what seems to be the problem? Looks like the lady wants to return this pair of jeans because she didn't like it. She didn't like the style at all. Who bought it? It is her son bought this pair of jeans and she didn't like it. So we're having the idea of refund. It's not an exchange. Now we will listen to the conversation one more time and find the answers for these three questions. What does the customer want to do with the jeans? 2. What is Milo's latest style? 3. What was the problem with the jeans according to the mother? Let's listen.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Yes, please, if you could. I'd like to return a pair of jeans that my son bought. They're wide cut with faded colors.
It sounds like one of Milo's creations. He designs loose-fitting clothing, and faded clothes are in style this season. Your son didn't like them?
No, it's not that. It's the fabric. It's really flimsy and,
Well, lightweight fabrics are the latest trend.
you don't seem to understand.
Of course, ma'am, I'll try to help. Can you give me the jeans?
You see, they're torn at the knees and in several other places, and the material is falling apart. I noticed it when I was putting them in the washer.
So, what does the customer want to do with the jeans? Here, the answer, she wants to return it. She didn't like it and she wants to return it. What is Milo's latest style? To describe it, Milo designs loose-fitting clothes in faded colors. So the colors are not very bright and it is loose-fitting, very wide-legged. What was the problem with the jeans according to the mother? She didn't like it. Why? According to her, the mother thinks that the jeans are torn and that the material is falling apart. So she didn't like the style at all. She believes that it is torn. However, this is the trend that her son wanted to buy. So, what words did the mom and the salesperson use to describe the jeans? So here we're having the confusion. The sales lady likes it and she's describing it in positive words. However, the mom didn't like it and she's describing it differently. The same item, the salesperson says, it is Milo's creations. It is loose-fitting. And also she said lightweight and she used the word latest trend. So if you hear the salesperson description, you will say, that's a good one. You will like it. However, the mother here described it as wide cut. Also, she used faded colors. She used the word flimsy. Flimsy like lightweight, something that is old. Also, it is torn. So from the use of the adjective, we can tell that the mom didn't like it. Flimsy, torn. She used faded colors. However, the salesperson used much more words that will make you want to buy it, like we're having Milo's creation, loose fitting, and we're having latest trend. So sounds like the problem is with whether she would accept this trend or she will not. The mom is not accepting it. She didn't like the trend. And what are some of the styles or other or trends that other people might find it odd? Because we're speaking about styles, some people will say that is a good one, like wide cut. Some people will say that's a good one. Others will say no, it's not a good idea. Colorful hair dyeing. If some people will dye their hairs in different colors, some people might not like it. However, some people will say that is trendy. So not all trends are accepted by everyone. Maybe what you like it, older people or other people might not like it. What do you think was the salesperson's response? Here, the mom said, you see, they are torn at the knees and in several other places, and the material is falling apart. I noticed it when I was putting them in the washer. If you were the salesperson, what would be your reply? Would you say, those tears are part of the design. I want to convince her. Or I will say, would you like another pair? Or you could say, Would you like a credit to buy something in another department? So, are you going to convince the mom, or you will say, no, I will just return her money back? Okay, now let's check the conversation again between the mother and the salesperson, and the words highlighted in red. What do they mean when they said that? Let's listen.
Yes, please, if you could. I'd like to return a pair of jeans that my son bought. They're wide cut with faded colors.
It sounds like one of Milo's creations. He designs loose-fitting clothing, and faded clothes are in style this season. Your son didn't like them?
So in here, the mom said, yes, please, if you could. What do you mean when you say, yes, please, if you could? It means it is actually a polite way to respond to an offer. Can I help you? You will say, instead of saying just yes, yes, please, if you could. Do you want this? Yes, please, if you could. It's more polite way to say yes. Then the salesperson said, it sounds like one of Milo's creations. When you say it sounds like, it means it seems to be. For me, looks like it is Milo's creations. Faded color, wide cut. You didn't like it? We can return it for you. Now, about the conversation in your books, page 11, here, what was the salesperson helpful? Was she helpful to the lady? Actually, the salesperson wanted to be helpful, but she didn't understand the problem with the jeans. She believes that it is trendy, and the mom didn't like it. The jeans were in the latest style. So she was helpful, but the mom didn't wanted the return. What is Milo's latest style? Can you describe it? It is Milo's designs loose-fitting clothes in faded color. So wide clothes and the colors are faded. What was the problem with the jeans according to the mom? How would she describe it? From her point of view, she said, the mother thinks that the jeans are torn and that the material is falling apart. From her word choice, we can notice that she didn't like it, and that's why she wants to return it. For your homework, I want you to imagine, what if you were the salesperson? If you were in the salesperson position, someone is returning something to you because they didn't like the style. It is not defected, it's in a good shape, but they didn't like it. What would you do? Would you convince them to take it, or you will just exchange or refund them back? Okay, I guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.